Okay, so here's what happened. I did a Doctor Strange review, and the microphone wasn't working on my recording device. So, you didn't get to see my extraordinary excitement and happiness at how great I thought Doctor Strange was. But what I did was I interviewed some people about what they thought, sort of replaced it. I gave my opinion, and you'll see all that. I sort of pieced together a review. So I've seen it a second time, and you're going to see my buddy Derek, then you're going to see Tom and Kelly and I, and you're also going to see, after that, you'll see me and Jack and my cousin Tommy, and we're all going to talk about Doctor Strange. So be prepared, and first, here comes Derek.
Doctor Strange. Awesome. Yeah, you know, probably a 93 score. It was fantastic. Best Marvel movie ever? Maybe. Definitely top 5. Definitely top 3. You know, I have a special place in my heart for the first Iron Man, so I'm not gonna give it number 1. Also, the first Avengers was pretty awesome, but I can't wait to see this guy with the Avengers. It was a great movie. What made it great? Fantastic special effects and great story. This particular story took Marvel to a whole nother level. It was very thought-provoking. I still think about it. You know, all the performers were great. I can't wait to see Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange with the rest of the Avengers, but the storyline was really something new. It's more of a thinking person's movie. And, you know, it's got great action sequence. I mean, once the action starts, it's going. And you better hang on. And speaking of that, this is a movie that probably one of the very few movies, I would say 3D, makes a significant difference in the storyline. I could go on about the particulars, but it's a great movie. You should see it. You should see it more than once. I'm going to see it another time. There's so much going on so quickly. I know that I missed some stuff. And the you know, the Easter eggs after the credits are worth it. And can't wait for Doctor Strange 2. I can't wait for Doctor Strange in the Avengers.
Tom and Kelly. You'll see them now.
I didn't like it.
Why didn't you like it?
I didn't like it. I think it reminded me of The Sorcerer's Apprentice with Nicolas Cage and that weird kid. I don't know. It wasn't. It was very Disney. I mean, it was funny. It was kind of funny, but I didn't like it.
Well, I mean, I felt like it was. If you came to see a superhero movie, it was not a superhero movie. It was very different than a lot of the other Marvel movies that were put out. I think it's a little more intellectual than the other movies are. It's not as much like rock'em sock'em action. It's more like mind-twisting, make you think, thought-provoking movie with great visuals. I thought the visuals were like well worth going to see in IMAX 3D. Probably won't have the same effect once it goes to DVD. It's just not the same movie. I don't think it won't translate as well. I don't think, but
I agree with that. It's definitely a movie to see in the movie theater. The visuals are good. Well, yeah, I mean, I think the story is great. Like, it's a great story that from beginning to end. I like the story, but I don't know. There was some things that I didn't like. Like it was a little too. I think it's like a dark story, and there were things that were too nicey nice. Like they played it nice.
Right.
Guardians of the Galaxy that was funny, but they weren't.
yeah, but that's straight up That's straight up comic book. I mean, that's straight up humor and action and humor. I mean, that's like that whole movie. This was not that. This was like moments of humor, I think, were just put in. But it was dark. It was a dark movie. I mean, coming to the darkest place in your life and coming out of it.
Well, maybe it was like the colors and the sparkly and like really like how it's filmed. Like the story was itself dark. It, you know, all the things happened, but it was very sparkly. I don't know how else to say it. Like the way it was filmed.
I think it was
sparkly.
the best. It's the best movie they've put out.
Ever. Better than Iron Man.
Better than Iron Man. For me, it was better than Iron Man.
There you go.
It was everything. Listen, for the first time in a long time, I was really excited to come see this movie. And a lot of times when I get like that, I'm worried because I feel like I'm going to get let down by coming to see it.
Yeah.
I really feel like it lived up to everything I thought it was going to be.
All right, what would you give it out of 100? Go low.
Like a 38.
Boom.
Wow.
38.
No, that's the number that popped in.
So if you wanted to, someone saw the trailer and said I want to go see this in a movie, what would you say?
I would say go see it, but it's not a epic movie.
Boom. All right. She says see it even though it's a 38.
Well,
you can wait.
Graphics, it's like boom, boom, boom.
Okay. Yeah.
Listen, this is like Memento meets Marvel, okay?
Yes.
Well worth seeing, thought-provoking. I give it a 98 out of 100.
Jack and I and my cousin Tom all review this. All right. So peace and love, and get ready for a bunch of talk about Doctor Strange. What was your favorite movie? Why?
Cool.
It's what?
It's cool.
What's cool about it?
Iron Man fighting this I like when they fight in Voltron.
Doctor Strange, what'd you think?
I thought it was fantastic. It was a visual spectacle is the thing I would mainly describe it as. The story is great, and the acting is spectacular. But what I took home was like, this is dazzling, absolutely dazzling visually. And if you have the opportunity to see this in IMAX 3D, I highly, highly recommend it.
I didn't see it in IMAX, so I'm speaking from like a regular perspective.
Not 3D?
Not 3D, not IMAX, just regular, yeah. And I think it was a visual spectacle as well. It was a beautiful movie. I really liked it. I thought it was funny. I thought it was clever. I thought the emotional beats were on point. With like it was serious, then it went right to humor. It was like perfect transition between the two. I thought all the characters were really strong. They introduced all these characters, and I was attached to. I felt like attached for them, and yeah, I thought it was really good.
All right. What would you rate it?
Oh, 95 out of 100. It's one of my favorite Marvel movies. It's top 10, top 5. It's hard. I'd have to think about where I'd place it in the echelon of Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, but it's exceptional. Benedict Cumberbatch is great. Tilda Swinton is great. Chiwetel Ejiofor is just spectacular. Mads Mikkelsen is really, really interesting. And let's see. There's other people who are all great, but just really great acting. 95 out of 100.
I agree with 95 out of 100. I don't have as much to say as he did.
Right on.
Alrighty. So I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. This is like, they blew it out of the water. It was so good. It was like, it's formulaic, you know, it's an origin story. We've seen it a million times. So how do you make it fresh? Well, one, if you're gonna make an action movie, I want to see action I've never seen before. And check, they did that.
Heck yes.
If it's gonna like have humor, I want it to be funny. Check, it was funny. If I'm gonna be with these characters for a long time, I want to care about these characters. Check. And what this Marvel movie did more than almost any of the other Marvel movies was it was actually thought-provoking. Like the stuff that they brought about, the stuff that they talked about was extraordinarily interesting. Now, most reviews I hear are talking about about the whitewashing of characters. For me, Tilda Swinton was the best part of the whole movie. The Ancient One, she played it extraordinary. I mean, just the visuals. I saw it IMAX 3D. You should definitely see it in IMAX 3D if you can. The visuals, the concepts, the opening the doors of perception. That at that time when this character was created, it was in the '60s, and people were experimenting with psychedelics, and you totally get the flavor of that, and where we currently are about it too. So it's not like it doesn't feel dated in what they're talking about. It seems present. It was funny, the jokes were so for me, and that would be my complaint about it. And the bad guys made jokes at odd times, I thought, and it was too short. I wanted to spend more time. It was like, this happened, then boom, this happens, and then boom, this happens, and then boom, this happens. And so, I mean, there are some complaints, the car wreck, there's a car wreck in it, and if you saw the car wreck, you'd sort of be like, I don't know if anyone walks away from the car wreck. But
that was a pretty spectacularly effective car wreck.
Right, so, but it was visually amazing, incredible, ultimately, there's two things that set it apart for me was the ending, the way it completes, the way they accomplish what they're out to accomplish, is extraordinary. It's like the most clever,
heck yeah,
of any Marvel movie. I mean, to me, this is up there with The Dark Knight and Iron Man, and I like a couple other things, but this is like right up there just because it made me think. Cool ending, the sequences, the action sequences like I'd never seen before. I mean, martial arts with defying physics. I mean, I don't even know how to explain. Like almost like
you gotta see it.
Yeah, it's like
to see it to like really understand.
Inception with ninjas. You know what I mean? Like I mean, it was just extraordinary, and magic, and everything you would love about Harry Potter too. I mean, so very cool.
There's a lot to love about it. Really.
And I think we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the cape, the cloak of levitation, which was a character, which was
it was a character in itself.
It was fun and clever and well done, and to me it didn't feel bad. It didn't feel like, oh wow, she's just pointless.
Rachel McAdams was very good in this movie.
I don't feel like it was a throwaway love interest. I feel like it was more than just a love interest. It was like a relationship, like
and a
friendship,
and a building for it. And also, you got to see what a jerk he was by the way he interacted with her.
You got to see him grow. It was like character development. You got to see him grow.
Yeah, and you get to see him grow in that relationship.
She's so crucial to seeing him as a person.
Yeah.
And seeing how he changes and evolves from the time they stop talking to the time they meet again.
Yeah.
She is crucial.
Yeah, he's like a completely different person when they meet up again.
See, the only thing that's missing from this review is my enthusiasm and excitement from right after I saw the movie.
That's true.
I totally was bummed.
How many days has it been since you've seen it?
Oh, it's been like a week.
I saw it opening night. On the Thursday it came out on November 3rd.
Yeah.
I saw it. Are we done?
Well, we're about to be done. Any
I
last words?
I saw it last night. I'm still pumped. I want to see it again.
Any last words?
Yeah.
No, see it.
Say.
All of the superheroes are the best.
Yes.
That's right.
And I want you to say this for me. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for
Share with your friends.
Hey, your friends.
And if you want to come see a movie with me, come see a movie.
If you want to see a movie, come see a movie.
All right. Peace out. Love you.